again because it's being live streamed. There we go. I okayed it again. It's just you got to talk about what Graham's uniform is. He's
I
like
mean, I
John
haven't worn
Cena
a
without
wife
any of the
beater
muscles.
properly in years.
Yeah,
Say John Cena without the muscles.
yeah, because he wears the jorts and
I don't wear jorts. I haven't worn jorts in 20 years.
I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Graham in a pair of jorts.
Well,
Thank you.
Speaking of Graham in shorts, apparently it violates TikTok guidelines. A shirtless Graham was just one step too far.
Did you read that explanation?
I did. I'm like, my God. Especially considering that Mel put in a good like day and a half worth of work.
I did. I spent
doing that
easily
video.
8 hours on that. I'm embarrassed, but I was learning also how to do stuff. So it was a learning curve.
And the video is great. The video is fucking great. And the problem is no one's going to see it. And I mean, I'm going to pin it to our page, to our TikTok page. But I mean, fuck. Like that was what she was going to push and promote. And it lets people know we're a podcast.
Hey, we've got 2 more followers because we're trying to get to that magic number where we can go live on TikTok.
That's the key, is be able to go live on TikTok.
Yep. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but you got to get to that number first, and we ain't nowhere close to that number.
It up. I was going to spend $20 too. I'm like, well, let me spend $20 and see what we can see because I've never done that. I've used it on Facebook, which it's fine. Like I've done it on Facebook and you get a bunch of traffic, you get people liking the page and checking it out. But whether that translates into actual listeners and then whether that translates into regular listeners, I don't know.
So, Mr. Graham, there's going to be a little change to the show that I made without consulting you, but it really ultimately doesn't affect you. And I'll explain why. We're going to get rid of Kitty. Kitty's bye-bye. And if we're recording early, then we have a Pat's pick of the week because I want him on live on the phone. If not, there's no need for an email.
Okay.
But I don't want to get rid of the betting segment. I still want you to have your betting segment. I still want you to run that segment. It's just we are finding, as we dig into the numbers, people are listening to us talk about the games. They are turning off after that.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is betting segment, parting words, and goodbye, check out injury time needs to be quick. You know, because if we're going to spend the time on the games, which I don't want to take away and I don't want to, quiet you. I want to let you fucking talk because you're good at it.
All right.
We gotta get rid of where they're not listening. Yeah, go ahead.
I found what it is. It says we celebrate all shapes and sizes and want people to feel comfortable in how they present themselves and their body, but content is ineligible for promotion. If it shows moderate body exposure of a young person or significant body exposure of an adult.
I was going to say, don't give him anything to feel proud about it because now he's going to say he's either a young person or that his body exposure is quote unquote significant.
Apparently,
he doesn't need that in his life.
Pair of shorts in a lawn chair for all of 1 second is significant body exposure.
Off. Yeah.
Or they just think I'm that young.
Yeah, it's just one or the other.
When compared to who created the account, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I could go through and pull out, but I can't pull out the drinking references. And what is excessive drinking? Like how many drinking references and photos? What are you guys cutting from?
We are the Drunkard United football show, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
There might be some drinking on this show.
So exactly. If I Graham, I need another picture of you in shorts with your shirt on, and I can put that picture in and take out some of and try again, but I don't think it's ever going to fly.
And the other funny thing with that too is you think of like our videos that have gotten ridiculous views are people drinking Malort. Like,
right.
Okay.
Well, I guess there's a difference between drinking and I have no idea. No idea what the line is drawn.
They pay the unemployed wine guy fucking money. And all he does is drink alcohol. And in fact, now his bit has just become all he does is drink fucking Malort. Like excessively. And he did something I want to do, which is called a Chicago snorkel, which was a shotgun where you cut in a top and you put a mini of Malort on the top and then shotgun the whole thing.
It does say if it shows adults consuming excessive amounts of alcohol or tobacco products.
Motherfuckers chugging fucking beers and
but then you can't promote those. Those aren't promotable.
That's I mean, they still get tons of views. So what's it's annoying.
Yeah, who cares at that point? I wonder if it's like references per actual video.
That's what I mean.
So he only has that one beer, regardless of if he's chugging it. He has that one beer in that one video, and then the next video he has a shot, and the next video he has a glass of wine.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's separate videos, so there's separate instances.
He may also not be promoting those videos because he's already, a high volume content creator.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to promote. Whereas us, we want to promote because we want to get eyes on our fucking show is kind of the idea.
Showing the misuse of common household items such as antihistamines, nitrous oxide, sniffing glue, and nutmeg.
Let's get fucked up on that nutmeg, young.
Hey, bro, you okay? I'm on nutmeg. I'm on nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
I'm all nutted out, man. I'm all nutted out. Mix that shit with some clove and some allspice, man. I'd be fucking tripping right now.
Pretty sure that's what bath salts are.
The consumption of excessive amounts of alcohol by adults.
I was gonna say, isn't that the Sam, the Indian stuff that they chew that they turn it into a liquor?
That spice, something like that. Yeah.
It might be a violation considering literally the ballad of DU is Drunkard United.
Yeah, it screams Drunkard United.
That's why I'm like, is there any point in me doing a recut or changing? Like, I can cut Drunkard United out of the description, but
no, it was a great video, and we're gonna do other stuff, and we're gonna crank out some more TikTok stuff. Pretty much all weekend, Graham. We have to make sure you do at least one and I do at least one, and it'd be better if we had 3 or 4 for the weekend for doing like recaps and shit like that. I think that would be smart.
I gotcha.
We got some people watching. Sean Billy, yo,
hey, sups up.
Nutmeg, like the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Mr. Graham, as you and I, we don't know, but we know that Mel has set up a little community chat where she's getting some ideas from some of the listeners.
Yes, that I had to kick Graham out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't lock my phone screen. I was scrolling the DU page. I went to pick one of the kids up. I tapped it, but I guess she hadn't set the parameters yet because it let me into it. Yeah. And the first thing I saw was Shore Billy made some fucking backhanded remark at me, of course. And then
you probably deserved it.
And then I got out of it, and then I haven't seen anything since because she set up the privacy thing.
Finally. You know what? Long-term use of large dose of nutmeg leads to hallucinations.
Okay, so now we know.
Yeah, but is that like drinking framboise? Like you have to consume like 5 cases of it to matter?
It's in there. Apparently, nutmeg is the thing. Don't tell Gen Z. They'll be baking the shit out of that.
I guess that's why there's no nutmeg latte instead of like pumpkin spice and gingerbread and shit like that. No,
there should be if we were in charge.
Can't be having too much nutmeg going on.
Nutmeg intoxication.
Too funny.
I am.
So, Graham, for me, because on my Facebook, I have the DU football show. So the DU football show was automatically included. So Mel and I and you used it too, but I muted the conversation and then I just hid the conversation. So I can't see anything. So, which is good, but we're not going to get into all the ideas and stuff like that.
Well,
but
so I'm not going to out anybody. I've shared a few ideas with you guys.
You have to out one person.
There's one
person we have to out just on general fucking
but
principle.
I will say I have screenshotted and there's no names associated with some of the suggestions. I think were really good and some of the feedback for you guys. I just love that Brian Graham is so involved in this discussion.
That motherfucker does not listen to a single minute of this show. He is your own fucking brother. You think he'd be supportive? No, but he's there to be fucking critical. Good Lord, is he there to be fucking critical?
Brian's got a lot of great ideas.
Fuck, just
a lot of great ideas.
And so he told me.
Hold on. The one I liked the best was he's like, maybe you guys should talk about Christos, aka he wants us to talk about. He wants us to talk about him. Is what it is. He wants us to talk about him, but
no. So he explained that to me.
Hold on one second here. But then he says, you guys should talk about the Annapolis Blues. I do a fucking show about the Annapolis Blues. Like, Jesus Christ, you fucking dense idiot.
That is one of our most valued contributors in the suggestion box. He is not. He is.
I've called him far worse things than dense.
I know, and that's why you got kicked out of the DU football shoe group.
I've called him far worse things than that.
I believe it was specifically Brian Graham you were bullying.
It was.
It's hard to bully a slumdog fucking landlord. It's very, very hard.
He's watching live right now. Brian, if you want to call, I will put you through right now.
I'll talk mad shit to Brian. Again, I had to fucking guilt him into giving his brother $5 to bet at his bachelor party, and he was the best fucking man. He needs to be called out for his chicanery on a regular fucking basis.
Brian has money to buy slum houses because he saved $5.
Yeah, because he doesn't drink or do it. He doesn't do anything that does not involve Brian Graham.
So he called me, and I know about most of his suggestions, obviously, because he ran a couple past me. And he said that what he's noticed in some of the shit that's been like going on when he started doing his real estate podcast is that a lot of people wanted to hear about local stuff. So he was like, y'all should start playing soccer again, or like talk about Christos, or like do something on the Annapolis team. And I was like, we do. It's just a separate show. This is specifically for DU. Like, we own the rights to the Annapolis show. Like, our podcast company has the rights to that show. Yeah. We have a contract set up with them for that or whatever. Right. It's just a different feed. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's awesome. But he was like, y'all should start playing soccer again. He was like, I talked to Rob. He sounds like he'd be down for it. I talked to Schmidt recently. And then he was like, well, recently was like 18 months ago and they had a third kid. So I don't know if he'd still be in, but, and he was like, but the people love that kind of stuff. And then you should video it. And since Sam doesn't play anymore, he should commentate, like sit on the side with the video and commentate on us playing.
That's a great fucking idea.
Yeah. I don't have the time to
that's the other part of it.
Well, there's
like I said, Brian Graham had some really good ideas. I know we're got jokes, but he had like decent suggestion.
I have,
but there's the issue.
He listens to the fucking show, but he doesn't.
Is devoting more and more time to shit is the problem. That's the hard part. Yeah. Our jobs aren't getting any less busy.
Well, the good news is for some of the stuff that is being suggested, like the guessing game, the putting in prediction things.
Yeah, listener submissions on bets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Rob has volunteered to take the lead on that.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Rob
cool.
said he would do the paperwork for it, because I appreciate there has been a couple people in the chat that are aware that any of these like ideas would be under Mel's job.
Right. Exactly.
So they're also being very cognizant about what gets put on that's for me. And a lot of them are like, yeah, we'll volunteer. We can help. And I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to pull together a committee.
Rob who?
Rob Holmes.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to reach out and start, seeing some of the stuff that he may want to implement, the people want to implement that they want to help out with. The player of the week video and breaking down that stuff, I like it in theory, but it also hard to do on a podcast because this is ultimately an audio medium.
Copyright problems with putting up videos as well
become an issue,
because we got busted just on using songs at the end of injury time on YouTube for a closed group for selected listeners. If you try to put out something there on the big, they'll hit us with copyright every time.
No,
we got hit by copyright for a song that we own.
Right, exactly. I still enjoyed that one, calling out. I'm going, dude, you need to call fucking Warner Brothers. What do you mean? Apparently, they own your song, and you need to get paid for it.
What the fuck?
Put in a claim,
right? No shit.
Ridiculous.
Which, by the way, big shout out to Whiskey and the Kidney Stones. They have put out their 5th album. Just came out this summer.
You know, their website isn't up.
No, it isn't.
No, I went to it because I was going to link it in the video. So I was like, well, and their socials are not like run like a bunch of old men.
Yeah. a bunch of old men that play instruments and do elaborate songs about dick jokes. Yeah. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, that is exactly what their socials look like.
Because it's probably all on the feet of Adam to do, and Adam is like, I can only do so much shit.
That sounds like something Warner Brothers definitely wants to be involved in.
By the way, Mr. Graham, something we will talk about off camera, but I will say a particular meeting, a particular someone had a kind of same attitude as you had about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I spoke with him today. It was very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I found it humorous. Oh, you just... your brother with all these grand ideas, and I'm like, here's a grand idea. Listen to the fucking show. There's
help boost the numbers.
Idea.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like with his suggestions, the show would be better, and he would listen.
If he can fuck right off. I used to have patience for Brian Graham because he was a very talented soccer player, and I wanted the team that I was involved with to do well. Now I don't have time to suffer his bullshit anymore, and I will call him out on it, especially because I will protect my friend.
I'm fine.
Mr. Graham, it's actually a interesting discussion that Mel and I had, and then we'll get to the draft stuff here. Was the curse of the second son.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like the first son is the name bearer and everything. The second son tends to be a self-righteous prick. Just think about
seriously,
it. Just
point
think
out
about it.
Find me a good second son.
I mean, Brian's a good son.
Yeah, but a second son, like is the second of the boys.
Brian's a good guy. Where it's more of like
You do without.
But he's in a bit of a weird spot because he's he's the baby.
Right.
But that's the thing. All of us older brothers think that the little ones are cunts.
Right.
Yeah, they are. Well, think about it, like,
Well, in movies, it's always the second son is a problem.
Prince William is going to be the future king of England.
And then you got Harry that can fuck off.
Kind of just fucked off.
Charles,
I denounce the crown. Fuck this
Charles versus Andrew.
Yeah.
But like without saying anything, compare just briefly in your mind. Would you rather somebody like Brian be around or Gabriel?
Sure. Well, he's just dense. He can't help dense.
So everything
he says that his brother is better than him. Smokey, are you a second son, or is your brother like who's the older one?
I'd say I definitely need to know that answer.
Because my nephew was just born. Caden Bishop. By Christy, Caeden. Bishop is her call sign.
I do dig the middle name that you called the boy after your call sign. That's pretty fucking bold.
Yeah. And Caden's an Irish name. Caden, Tegan. I mean, you can make fun of all of it. You gotta hit everyone. I hit everyone in Graham's family.
Because I like Tegan, because Tegan's a kick-ass kid.
So Caden, same kind of name.
You know what? Tegan is very definitively a girl's name.
Right.
Where Caden is that, well, what is it? Is it a boy or a girl's name?
It's a boy's name.
I know female Cadens.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. Anyways, but Katie, who's having a baby in October, is not telling us what it is. She doesn't know what it is. So it's going to be a surprise. And I'm hoping for a girl because, again, second sons.
Yeah, second son.
Matthew Lawrence is better than Joey Lawrence. Okay. James C says he's older, and so his younger brother is the better one. So the second son. That, you know what, 7-year age difference might have something to do with it. It's got to be that second son thing. It's got to be when they're close together in age too.
Fair enough. Well, I think we're also on that trip right now because of House of Dragons. Because
second sons.
Yeah,
just fucking every second son in House of Dragons sucks ass.
Aemon's a cunt.
Aemon's a cunt and Daemon's a cunt.
Yeah, fair enough.
Both cunts.
My dad's a second son.
Cunt.
There you go.
Yeah.
We were doing it like the Clintons, Bill Clinton, and what's the other one?
Fuck, what is Bill Clinton?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Billy Clinton. I don't know.
No, it's something I can't
remember. Even know there was a second one.
Yeah, there's a brother.
Oh yeah,
because
his younger brother's a fuck off.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter and Billy Carter.
Sylvester Stallone
and
Frank Stallone.
Second sons, man. Second sons.
You see where we're getting at?
Yeah.
Sam Graham, Brian Graham.
I see what you're saying.
Sons are a problem.
So
that's funny.
But I would say, so Mel's
Beau Biden, Hunter Biden.
Mel's been keeping track. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Second sons, dude. Yeah. So that's why I'm hoping my nephew is a girl.
Yeah. So the third child is a girl. Your nephew's a girl. You just
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just words. But
careful.
Yeah. Mel's taking track of all the suggestions. Remember, guys, they're just that, suggestions. So she may come to us with a bunch of them. We may go no. We'd be like, nah. You know,
Kitty the chicken is dying.
Yeah, Kitty's done.
Dying.
Yeah, but that was coming from me and you. We were already kind of like,
well, and that's why I was like, well, let's do the suggestion box. I was going to try to do a thread in the group where I could just hide it from you two. Yeah, Smokey, he gets it now. Okay, my uncle, second son, definitely more difficult than my father.
Yeah, see, the second son.
See, second sons.
Oh, let's transition to
what?
I'm not a second son.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a second son.
That's
Mel, we have reason to believe my mom was lying, and as we all know, my mom's a bit of a liar. She was a bit of an
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Second daughters,
and then
second daughter.
Oh, second daughter. Jesus, my mom was a second daughter.
Katie.
Yeah. Yes, Katie. So, all right, let's get into it.
Let's do this. I need to get back to vacation.
Yes. So what we have decided to do is, for the fantasy league, we are going to do 2 divisions, and there's going to be DUFS Big Sam division, DUFS Graham division. And this way, there's no promotion relegation, and every year, whoever's in, Sam and I will do a draft like this. We will draft the people who will be in our league, and those leagues we will play our people head to head. There'll be 2 14-team leagues, draft style like we always do. Going with 14 instead of 16. So there's a little bit of forgiveness if somebody gets hurt, but not a lot. You still gotta pay attention. You still gotta do it right, which was my biggest hang up about fantasy as a whole.
Lindsay managed to not get relegated.
Right. It's and Firehawk only gave us 1 golf report for fantasy golf.
We got 1,
but
I forgot I was supposed to do that.
Is this way everybody's a little more engaged. There's a host of each show doing the league as well, and that way, like Division 2 is just kind of like, we kind of felt left out. Well, now you're not, right? And
poor Jeep was so sad.
And frankly, it's something that'll engage me a little bit more, who's not the biggest fan of fantasy as a whole, but also understanding the importance of doing this with all of you. And it is fun having the dumb names. And if people are paying attention, then it's worth fucking doing, right?
All I wanted to do was the fantasy report anyways.
Which we'll let you do, which will be nice and easy. You can just report it.
Come up with music.
You just don't have it set up yet.
But I have that on my board. So it's like, it's going to be something like that.
It's you do whatever the hell you want, woman.
Fantasy.
We'll not hold it against you. So
I'm not.
Mel, I want you to ask Sam to pick a number between 1 and 5, and then I'll pick it, and you tell us which one, and that's who will go first. And then Sam, you and I'll just go back and forth till we each have 14 people.
Sounds good.
All right. So Mel, you
pick
got
a number, Graham.
Sam, pick a number.
3.
I'll take 4.
The number is 8.
A number between 1 and 5.
Oh.
I said a number.
I wasn't listening.
Graham, do you care?
Have you heard about these first daughter syndrome, Sam?
Yeah.
I picked another number.
No, it's over now.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Sam was closer. It's fine.
All
Whatever.
right. So
fucking hell.
All right.
And we're picking 13 people because we're the 14th.
Yes, exactly. And I'm you've got your list, I've got my list. I'm going to put my initials next to the people that are me, and then we'll figure it all out later. With the number 1 overall pick, I have to give it, because it would have been the P1, but I guess he's not a P1 anymore because he doesn't want to do his bit. That was going to be hands down my number 1 pick. I was not fucking around with that one. So let that stick in your craw in Kansas there, stud. The new, of course, P1 number 1 overall international man of mystery, John Benson. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's a controversial pick.
It is a controversial pick because I'm going to go with somebody by the same initials, JB.
Oh,
the business.
Someone's playing to win and someone's playing for friends.
Someone's just going to have a good old time is what it's going to be. And he can battle it out and they can all have less points. And our guy can win the league going away with a shit ton of points and win more bottles of whiskey. So it'll be fantastic. With my second pick, give me the smooth motherfucking pimp, the man of the drip, Alan Giannis.
So far, your league is lame as shit.
My league's gonna have great team names.
It is gonna have great team names, but that's not how we award points.
Going to be the number 1 pick with Smash Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That is not how we award points. I'm gonna go with Brody.
Of course you are. In a perfect world, those would have been the 2 Mr. Irrelevance at the end. Just because they're so fucking high on themselves and how well they do fantasy, they deserve to be picked 13th and 13th by both of us.
Well, so far, Graham's got the winning team. I'm putting all of my money on Team Graham.
But 3 of them are going to beat each other up and get lower points because of it. They're going to take away from one another.
Very interesting strategy. I like this game.
Okay, well, fine. You know what? I am going to take somebody who's a fairly decent player for fantasy. And you know what? I won't forget about you, Jay Blankenship.
I didn't forget about him. He just ain't as good as JB or Brody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Going through this list here. I think I'm going to take Her Highness.
Her Highness. That is a good pick. All right. With my next pick, let's see here. Another sneaky good player. Give me the softest hands in the business, Lars.
I think y'all are missing some fabulous players, leaving them on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're only 3 picks in, Mel.
I'm just saying.
Pretty much 80% of the people that are playing are on the table. This one's going to be tough.
Shorebelly says that Big Sam is just picking a league to wild out. Be careful, Shorebelly.
Yeah,
you're on the
pretty
list.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
There is absolutely a strategy to what I am doing.
You know what? I'm going to go with Geckel.
All right. That was somebody I had on my radar there.
I don't know if this is going to affect your selections or not, but I will say Scott McMullen definitely asked me, so how do you play fantasy?
Somebody just made themselves number 13.
But he's a lawyer and likes doing things well. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it good. And
or is Houston going to pick him now and just use it as mind games?
You know what? I'm going to go with the D2 division winner and someone that I need to keep a close eye on because, you know, he is going to be my wife's future ex-husband after she leaves me or I die. Give me Mark Turner.
Oof. Mark Really? You're taking my boyfriend?
Yeah, I got to keep an eye on him.
Smokey says he has a list of punny names.
I like that.
If that helps
I like
in his
that.
selection.
I like that.
I like that they're on live trying to pitch themselves.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
That is funny.
He says, I don't care. Big Sam knows I know what's up.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, Short Billy, if I pick you, then you can't talk fantasy with me anymore. And I know you like having those conversations with me about fantasy.
Why can't you talk fantasy?
No, we're talking about each other's teams playing against each other.
But only when you're playing against each other. It's all you're also playing for.
Yeah, but we can't then talk about who we're thinking about picking up because the other one might go pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, you can't talk about that kind of shit.
These are things.
Right. You know who needs some support here, who I think is also sneaky decent at this, is Mr. Twombly.
Okay, very good.
You think he's going to survive the season?
Oh, damn.
Just kidding. Christian, I fucking love you, dude. He's been getting some good medical stuff. So that's why
he's been making the rounds last couple of days. I just read his post on Facebook, and it sounds like he could use a win. So welcome to the winning league, my friend.
All right. Well, speaking of somebody who's also a winner, and by putting two fans of the same club, they'll be too busy drafting each other's players to have any time to pay attention to what I'm doing. Give me Keith Kern.
Oh,
there you go. Keith's good at this too.
Yeah, he is.
That's a sneaky pick.
There's a lot of time spent near the top of D2 there. And I would be remiss if I didn't pick my own president. So I'm going to go with old Simon.
There we go. So talking about buddy picks there. There's a buddy pick right there.
Yeah, that's not a good pick.
Because he wasn't very good last year.
No, I'm surprised Tup hasn't been picked up.
Well, because Tup comes out like wildfire and then tanks. So yeah, and he also played for DU and he doesn't listen to this fucking show, as he likes to say.
He's a second son as well, by the way.
Of course.
I gotta say, this league needs to be younger, hotter, and fresher. Get me Hiram.
What?
I knew that was coming. Always supporting his other show.
Crackers. That's what Shorebelly said. That's funny.
Then I am going to go Smokey.
Good pick.
Oh, there you go, Smoke. You got picks number what?
7.
Number 7.
Well, 7th round.
7th round, Smokey.
Alrighty.
There's a couple I have that I want to take earlier, but I didn't think Sam was going to take them. I've been doing strategy over here. Okay, This is what strategy looks like.
Yeah, I've been doing strategy too. I very specifically wanted you to take fucking Brody and JB in your league. You guys are going to beat each other up. You guys are going to be fighting like it's the.
We will be fine because we will be fine.
Already, I am.
You know what? Shorebilly recognizes that Big Sam is going early for the young talent that might be an anchor franchise for years.
Yeah, but we're going to draft different every year. But in theory, that's a great idea. Oh, man. I've got a couple people I could talk around with here,
Just like Wolverine and Deadpool, if they sucked.
I am going to fucking completely destroy the Newcastle contingent. Give me Shorebilly. I want all 3 Newcastle people in the league. They're all going to draft their entire team.
What are you doing?
And they're going to fight with each other constantly. It's going to be brilliant.
Shorebilly.
I'm going to go Ray. I'm
going to
go Ray.
Going Ray.
Oh, it's your best friend. Ray would be disappointed if he wasn't on your team. We would hear about it since you wouldn't be at the party.
Listen, here's the thing. So we possibly will have an announcement in a couple of weeks as to a potential third prize for this. I am looking at the head-to-head between me and you.
I was going to say third baby.
Is which league scores more overall points, right? The head-to-head between me and you is which league scores most points.
Yeah.
I've got the best fantasy players in the game here, brother. It doesn't matter if we beat up on each other. We're going to win 62-61 every week. So we're going to have loads more points. But you know what? Keep your tits and farts team names. That's fine. No problem. When y'all lose 11-10 and we're cruising, it's fine.
Shorebilly says, fuck.
You asked for it, Short Billy.
Damn it! I need to horse the punch.
Yeah, you do. You know what? Give me my next ex-wife, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
You can play that game.
So wait, you're gonna have Mark and Nicole.
Uh-huh.
All right.
My new
It's a really weird orgy. Yeah. It's a really weird orgy I don't want to be a part of. Mhm.
All right, Mr. Graham, you are up.
I'm thinking here.
Spooky says, "Oh, I'll be bringing the team names to the Graham League."
Very good.
I'm worried I missed something. We've only selected 8 each, right?
I believe so, yes.
Uh-huh.
Did you pick Lars yet? I thought I heard you say you picked Lars,
He
right?
did.
I'm on 9. You're about to pick your 9th. And yes, I
He
picked
did.
Lars.
Okay, so Lars is the one I didn't write down. All right, because I was about to say that and look really stupid.
Mhm.
Jeet is still out there. Russ is out there. Timio, Steve.
Yeah, but the problem with Jeet, I don't even want to tell you this because you're going to leave him and make me do it. I don't think I can take the phone calls and text messages.
Again, I have a strategy.
Houston, I'll give you $20 to pick Jeet next.
It's your pick right now.
I know. I'm talking about after this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take Jim Willis.
All right. That's a good pick. I was looking at Jim, which makes it easy for me because I only wanted to take one Everton person. So I will take Timio.
He was going to be my next one. Damn it.
Has the Gecko been picked yet?
Geck was picked early.
Yeah, I got
Geck. Graham. That was actually my third pick was Geck.
You know who spent
Graham picked it before me.
You know who spent a lot of time at the top of D2 as well for a bit was actually won it last year, didn't he? Was in our league. It's Steven Sprouse is who I'm thinking.
Yep. Alrighty, Graham. You know what? I need somebody to pick up the shitty Liverpool players. I'll take Russ.
Sure, Billy does. Give me that Villanista, Big Sam's old firm. Gonna leave nothing but crumbs of the graham crackers.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Sure, Billy.
Who's Kevin?
Manchester United supporter.
Yes. Okay.
D2.
Yep.
So we got
I'll take Kevin. I'll take Kevin.
Take Kevin. Very good.
I like how he's just Kevin. Like he's a Brazilian. Like he's a Brazilian forward from the late 90s. And they've got Kevin up front.
I love how Graham is just completely avoiding Jeet and Spursy Mark like the plague. I can tell what he's doing. You're going to take one of them.
I can't take the texts and calls all the time.
With that in mind, I am going to take Craig Tupper.
All right, so you'll be good.
What's fantasy? How do you play fantasy football, Scott McMullen? Mark or Jeet? The choice is yours, Mr. Graham. I have backed you successfully into the corner. Do not say I do not have a drafting strategy.
Sure, Billy would be awesome. He says we should have the leagues play each other. The head-to-head every week would be so funny, and I agree, but it's just not
logistically possible. Unfortunately, I would love to do that.
No, I'm like. We can't do a separate league.
No, there's other formatted things that do fantasy, but the problem is they just don't have good application. Yeah. They allow you to do more points. They allow you to do like passing and stuff like that, which is really cool. And we've used them before, but they're just not very good. They're just not very good systems. So unfortunately, the best one is the Premier League. It's the best
what we could do if we really wanted to, but it would require a fair amount of admin, is put everybody into you can get like a schedule creator. Mm-hmm. So you could just have a 36-team league or whatever this is. What is it? 2018
that
league.
Is too much effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing would generate you a schedule with everybody. Mm-hmm. And then you can just keep track of everybody's points week to week. But come on.
Get to the pick you don't want to make. Let's do it.
I can't be. I'll take Scott McMullen.
All right. Very good. I'll take Mark. You get Jeet. Ha ha.
Saw that coming. Didn't matter what I did because it was down to 3 people.
Oh, trust
Jeet's
me.
actually good, though.
Oh, he is good. If you took Jeet or Mark with that pick, I was definitely taking Scotty McMullen and making you take both. Now, Mr. Graham, what I need from you is I need you to send me all those emails of the people that are in my league
All right,
so
let's recap who each one of you drafted.
All right. I'm just going down the list as I have it written, not in order. I went with Craig Tupper, Jay Blankenship, John Benson, Lars, Spursy Mark, Russ, Timio out in Upside Down World, Keith Kern, Mark Turner, my pimp brother of the drip, Alan Yanis, Shore Billy, Young Not Hot Freshness Hiram, and my future second wife, Nicole.
Yeah, all my money Graham's team.
I don't know why I'm missing one for you. Who am I missing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I am 14. Are you counting me as 14?
No, I wrote 13 numbers underneath of us, and I'm missing somebody. I'll read you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Spurs, Mark, Tupper, Timo, Lars, Nicole, Shorebilly, Hiram, Keith, Mark Turner, Jay, Alan Yanis, and Benson.
Russ.
Liverpool. That's why I didn't write it down.
Yep.
And the winning league.
Hey,
the
that
winning
way you
league.
won't have to walk alone.
Yeah.
The winning league is JB, Alan Brody, Her Highness Lindsay, Geckel, Christian Twombly, my president Simon, Smokey, Ray, Jim Willis, Steven Sprouse, the number 9 for Brazil from 1997, Kevin, Scott McMullen, and Jeet.
All right, Mr. Graham, I am so confident that I am going to beat you, that this is what I want to do. At the end of the season, this is going to take admin on our part, your and I's part. Is at the end of the season, take every one of your teams and just total up all the points. Whichever one of us has a higher point total, the other one does 3 shots of Malort on the recap show at the end of the year. When
Sounds
we go
good.
predictions.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Shore Billy Graham mispronounced Winning League.
Yeah, exactly.
And what if we also throw this in? The lowest performing person in each of our leagues has to come in and do a shot with us.
And if they're out of town,
since they dragged us down.
Okay, yeah, losing person has to do 1 shot with us, and if it's someone from out of town, they just gotta procure
post a video,
mini Malort and do a shot with it. I like that, and we're gonna have first place prizes for each league. We're going to have a first overall prize between the 2 leagues, and then we're going to probably do something involving points, because as we like to refer to it, the Geckel rule, someone that'll have like the highest point total of everybody, but somehow finishes in like 12th. You know, every week they lose 61 to 60 to somebody, but they always get 60 points every week. That person will also win a bottle, but that'll also be admin that myself and Graham will need to upkeep. So,
yes. Well, really, all we have to do, because it keeps track of your point. Does it do your points for? Or does it just do your point? Yeah, it does your points for.
Yeah, points for.
So it's just the last week of the season. We just got to screenshot everything.
No, I thought the way we were going to do it was how many times they were highest point scorer.
Yeah.
How many times they were highest point scorer.
I will figure out some spreadsheet that'll be easy for me just to add stuff into every week.
Okay, very good.
How many times they were top? Yeah, how many times they were top point getter for the week in each league.
And that means multiple people could win in a week. That means if 4 people had 61 points, 4 people won that week. And whoever won most that season in the 38 game season is who will also win a bottle.
And so just send me the screenshot every week of the head page and the top that page, and then I can give highlights. I'm not going to go every being, but I'll just give the highlights of both, and that way I can keep track of shit.
Perfect.
I had something else and I totally fucking forgot. No, I don't know what it is. I was going to say.
Sorry, cough button has fallen off the table, so I don't currently have it to mute myself while I'm coughing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quality show we've got here.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm about to that shit can wait till
why didn't anybody suggest reattaching that? Well done, guys.
Are you drinking some plantation there, my good man? Pineapple. Nice.
Oh, I remember. 3 shots Malort sounds boring.
Okay.
How about instead?
Uh-oh.
Winner makes the loser some form of a Malort martini.
And you got to drink that during the show.
Uh-huh.
I like that idea, Mr. Graham.
Let me bring this to the table before we decide, because I saw this on Tales of the Cocktail the other day.
All
Sam,
right.
you and I discussed it. Me and you did not.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of Malort was in New Orleans for Tales of the Cocktail, and they had something that was called a New Orleans dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm. I know that one.
And it was crystal hot sauce about a quarter of the way up the shot glass, the rest filled with Malort.
All right. So you're going to do that with Old Bay hot sauce?
Could do that. You could order me crystals. Either or. I'm good with that.
I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind the martini idea. That's not a bad idea either. That would actually last longer throughout the show.
No. I've got it.
Both?
A martini.
Uh-huh.
A dumpster fire, and then a third cocktail. So like 3, you do 3 Malort drinks. And the martini doesn't have to be a giant 10-ounce martini.
Okay.
Yeah. But the
10-ounce martini.
3 drinks through the course of the show.
Malort cocktails.
Yes, a flight of Malort. And you are allowed to use whatever flavor you like back here, by the way.
Okay, heard. I'm in for that. That's fine.
All right. I seriously just got to be at least more interesting.
Yep. So I like that.
And then there we go. And then we can do a video of it and
get banned from TikTok again.
Just don't do it shirtless.
Fun programming notes. Mark.
Yes, Jay Blankenship. We really are live at 12:20 a.m. Congratulations, Jay. You were drafted
3rd overall.
3rd overall.
By me. Yeah. Yeah.
On Houston's team.
Yeah, because I didn't forget about you, Jay.
So congratulations for getting drafted to the losing team.
He was drafted in the 3rd round, but because we went back and forth, he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th overall.
Yeah, 5th
overall, 3rd round.
Now, real quick, the
last cocktail has to be drank through a hot dog straw. That's what Shorebelly says.
Oh, nope. No. You're not ruining hot dogs like that.
We are in a good spot.
I need a drink.
All right. So that is that's all that. So we're good there. Few notes from the Crystal Palace Wolves game. We did not put up the post-game interviews. The audio quality was not very good, unfortunately. So we just didn't put them up.
Is there anything in here I can't drink?
No, drink whatever the fuck you want. And the other thing is I mentioned Mark Bright, and I said he scored 300 goals. No, he had over 300 appearances and scored over 100 goals. If he had scored 300 goals, he'd be like the all-time Premier League leader in goals.
That's a story we should talk about.
Uh-huh.
How fucking much fun Jan was that day.
Oh, she was. She was a blast.
Jan was great. We were a little stressed because I got a new microphone, then proceeded to lose that one too. A cord, it was not a big deal. It got fixed. And then we had to find tickets. That was a little bit stressful. Then we got in and storming and raining. And are you leaving, Graham?
Well, he's just.
I might have to, yeah.
Just giving the nod that it's soon time to go. That's all. You don't pull a
tell the story.
Don't pull a Graham and stop and stare at him. Just kind of keep going and acknowledge that he did it.
I'll just quietly leave as soon as I need to.
And so I'm looking for my pieces, and then Mom's at the fan festival, and she got in line for the eagle and everything, and then she goes, "There's somebody over there that people are like lining up for pictures with. Who's that?" Well, I don't know. Well, I'm going to go find out. Oh, dear Lord. So she goes over to the handler and is talking to the handler for like 10 minutes. Then there's a break in the crowd and he beckons her over to get a picture with them. And she's not even getting the picture. And she's like, he's trying to get a picture with Jan. And she's going,
"Sam, come here. Sam,
hey,
Sam, come here.
Sam, hey,
come
Mark,
here.
Hey, guy, you need to go talk to him. That's my son-in-law. He has a podcast and you go talk to him now." And Mark's like, "All right, I'll talk to him, but let's do a picture."
Like, Jan, I need to know who the fuck he is first, okay? I don't know every fucking player in the world just by seeing their face. Like, I need to figure out who the fuck the guy is. Because if I walk up and I go, "Who are you?" is the most insulting fucking thing you could say to somebody if you're going to interview them. Like,
and so
fuck off.
She got the guy's name, and then so Hiram and Houston are back there doing quick research, and so I'm over there talking to him, and then fortunately more people came up to talk, and
all right.
And we didn't get to that, the audio again, because I lost the fucking cord of the brand new, which I have now. Everything's okay, but we didn't get We didn't
That
get good
sucks.
audio on him either, but
it was still very fun. Very
Jan-
fun. Enjoyed it.
Jam was
a good
getting us
time.
interviews.
Nice.
Mr. Graham, any parting words?
I do not have any. I'm gonna enjoy as much as I can the next few hours of no rain before it just downpours for 3 straight fucking days.
Are you going to come home early Saturday then? Is that the plan?
I haven't decided yet. We might come home Friday night. We might come home Saturday. I don't know.
All right, good.
Fuck.
We'll figure it out. We'll see if the weather's going to change at all. It doesn't appear to be the case though, because this is what's left over from that hurricane.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look promising.
I didn't read what this was called, and I just started drinking it, and I really fucking like it. Now I'm really pissed off because now I know what the name is.
Yeah, I'll go buy you a pack of fucking mom water, Mom.
Fuck mom water.
Yep.
That's okay. If Young Hot Freshness can drink it, apparently you can too. So it'll be all right. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. That was the draft and an impromptu little extra stuff for you guys. Next week is 20 for 20. And then the following week after that, we're right back to the show. So we'll see y'all then. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
All right, you're still live, but I just stopped the recording.
Okay. I have something I want to talk to Graham about that I need to be off live for.
All
so
right, well
goodbye,
then.
everybody.
See you guys.
Yep. Bye, guys.